Hi guys, I'm making a really fun video that I've been wanting to make, and these just came in the mail today. I'm super excited to try them out for the first time. I got my Komodo pigment paints, the regular like candy color line and their holographic chroma color line from the awesome guy over at Gundam Project Shop. I'm gonna link his Facebook and his online website in the description below because he was so wonderful to work with on this and getting the product in. So these, I've heard wonderful things about these pigments. You have to use a silicone brush, which I got from them, to apply to these little gloss spoons I have prepared. And the gloss spoons, what it does is it's supposed to like enhance the pigment. So I used Alcalad, their gloss base paint, and I'm gonna test out every one of these. And then I have two separate ones. I have Tamiya's acrylic gloss black to see how that holds up, and then just kind of a different matte based mission model primer, black primer. So I'm gonna see how those compare with the same color. So let's open these up to take a look at them because they are so cool when I've seen them on kits. You can see the aura shifting from gold to red. It's so neat. But yeah, I've heard nothing but really wonderful things about these pigments. And I hear they're really easy to use. Like, the idea is you're just supposed to brush them on. You don't need a lot of pigment, apparently. And then any excess color, you're supposed to brush off. So that's really pretty. So, just because red is my favorite color, let's go ahead and do the aura to try out on the first test spoon. Now, these are really small containers. They are about an inch in diameter, so this is about an inch right here, which is kind of crazy. But I hear you don't need a lot, so let's hope that they work out great. So I'm going to use this like brush type one. It's like a nice silicone brush. Let's just take a little bit of the pigment, just like that, and you're just supposed to brush it on the spoon. Wow, that actually does spread on so easily. I am surprised. That is incredible. Oh, wow. And this is the first time I'm using this, so if I make mistakes, you know, it's all in real time. This stuff is really cool. So let's get a little bit more on. And what's great about this stuff is it's supposed to compete with some of the more higher higher level products out there. Like if you wanted to get this as like a paint effect, you'd probably have to use some type of like lacquer based paint or something of those something of that nature. But what's nice is if you are in an environment where you're not able to use, you know, high volatile, high solvent based paints where you have animals and you don't have the proper ventilation, that can cause some problems. It's looking pretty good so far. This is a really good alternative, and I'm surprised at how well it's going on so far. Well, I'll go ahead and speed up the video so we can better evaluate this as we go on. And I'll get back to you when it's all nice and pretty. That is looking really nice. So then, what the next step is, you're just supposed to essentially dust off any of the excess pigment to kind of bring it all together. Wow, that actually is insane. It just takes away all those brush strokes. Holy crap. That's fucking amazing. What? Like, honestly, what? Holy and I mean, this is literally the first time I've handled these paints. Like, I didn't practice at all. This is just me doing this the very first time. Like, holy crap, that is insane. Wow. And that was ridiculously easy. Like, if you had to try and paint this on, it could be kind of a pain in the ass, I'm not even gonna lie. But wow. Wow, now I'm really excited to try out the other colors. Like, holy crap. Alright. So, this is a little dirty now, if you can tell, and this is a little dirty. So I'm gonna go ahead and clean those off really quick, and let's try out all the rest of them. And I'll go ahead and speed up the time videos on that. And that completes this little experiment working with all of these wonderful pigments from Armor Komodo. And I have to say, I am so blown away by all of these. You know, the Chroma Flare obviously looks absolutely wonderful. And then the Supernova Red Cobalt and the Gold Chrome also look good. Now, the Blue Cobalt turned out really similar to how the Chroma Flare ones turned out. But where it differs is between these two, the Supernova Red and then the Chrome, the Gold Chrome. It wasn't as... See, if I change the angle, it definitely shows. But in person, it's a lot duller than this red. Like, if you get a full-on, like... if you get full, like, light on it, it looks like a really bright red. But in person, it's a little darker, which is kind of surprising. And then if you noticed, I decided to do the little experiment between the kind of matte-ish color, which was the the Mission Model paint primer, black primer, and then this is the Tamiya acrylic. So these two look slightly different, because I was curious to see. There's a little bit more black showing on this versus this one. What I had to do, or what I ended up doing was, so I put on the first layer, which it kind of turned out like this the first time, and then I brushed it off with the brush to get any excess dust off. And then what I did is I went over it one more time, again with more pigment and the silicone brush, and the pigment did seem to stick a little bit better and fill in a little bit more of those black spots. So and it's kind of the same deal here, where you get more black spots even after wiping away the dust. So I'm gonna have to experiment a little bit more with these two. I still think they're wonderful. I highly recommend it. Like, honestly, to do one of the spoons, I don't know, it took me about 5 minutes. And I mean, honestly, comparing that to like painting, where you would, to get like something like a candy red or a candy blue, or even some kind of holographic look. Normally these come in one particular paint, so you could spray that on. It won't take as long. But when it comes to the candy colors, normally you have to do a black base, then a silver base, and then a clear coat of whatever color you want. And then that's when you get this. So, I mean, when it comes to these three right here, I mean, in all honesty, when it comes to like how easy it was to apply this and to get this like amazing smooth look, like, honestly, I've never, like, out of all of the like chameleon paints I've tried, and out of all the color shifting paints I own, this, honestly, like, how reflective that is, like, that's insane. I have never gotten that kind of effect on any of the color shifting paints that I used. And sometimes they tend to be more finicky when it comes to being out of the, when you're spraying it, because if you spray on too much, the shift sometimes isn't correct. So, I mean, honestly, so the color shifting ones, I believe, cost me like $9, and then the regular ones, which would just be like kind of the candy colors, cost me like $8. And let me tell you, sure, these jars are really tiny, but to do a surface area this big, you didn't even use that much. Like, it doesn't even look like I used anything out of these. Like, honestly, like, if I were to open this up, I mean, it doesn't look like you used anything. So when it comes to longevity of these pigments, I think they're wonderful. So all the good things that I've been hearing about these pigments, definitely so happy to see that they hold up to their hype because damn, this stuff was wonderful to work with, and I can't wait to do a little project with these. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'm gonna have some really fun stuff planned with all of this in the future with some kind of kit, who knows what. But yeah, like, subscribe, comment, and let me know what you think of these colors, because I think they're fantastic. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye!